When you're creating content and you go through the authority content process, one of the things is to be very particular about creating evergreen content, because where the magic of this happens is it builds on itself. I've got content that I created in that stock market education niche. We're going back like 10 years or more, that even still today drives me traffic, earns me sales, because I put out evergreen content. So where you can, it's best to try and just be very particular about creating content that lasts for a long time. And a lot of things to do with your business won't age. The whole idea of authority content, when you apply it for the first time, is to create content that hits a lot of different areas within that buying cycle. Then you throw up as much as you can against the wall, see what sticks, and then you double down on what's working. So when you throw it up, you might find you post a video and one video gets 3x, 10x the other videos. It's that content that you double down on. You take that, you repurpose it, you turn it into high quality authority content, blog post pieces, you boost it on Facebook to try and get that extra exposure. You might even run an event that really just focuses just on that one piece of content and builds a whole lot of new content on content that you know that is already interesting to your target market. Oftentimes people fall short. And it's the same with when they write books. When they write a book and they put it out, they think their job is done. But the world is a very noisy marketplace. You need to promote and continue to promote afterwards. So it's not just enough to create great quality content. You've got to promote it as well. Present, product, promote. Should you be publishing content just on your own website or other websites as well? What you need to do is, I think you need to create a certain amount of content that lives on your website, because that is the asset that you own. I've seen it time and time again where people build up their little authority status just on YouTube or just on Facebook, and then Facebook comes out and changes the game, changes the algorithm, and now it's pay to play. Or maybe they cancel your YouTube account and you lose all of that content. So any content that you spread across different platforms, the sole purpose of it really is, if you imagine it like putting breadcrumbs all across the internet, and you want people to pick up a breadcrumb and then look for the next bit of crumb or cake, which is leading them back to the website. The whole purpose is to get them back to your website and into the funnel so you can build the list, which becomes your asset. So you definitely need to share it across different platforms, get clear on your target market where they are, create very compelling content that is optimized for that platform, share it across those social media platforms with strong call to actions to get them back to your website, to get them into a funnel where you can continue to market to them and take them down that buying cycle. How can startups use authority content? So it depends on where the startup is up to, but I think the idea of understanding your target market and creating content that, actually, for a perfect startup, depends if you're selling product or if you're doing a service. If you're doing a service, I would run an event that explains your process in great detail and how you do what it is that you do. And that then enables you to improve your internal systems. It helps to demonstrate the value that you're actually providing in delivering the service, and it really helps you to level up. So that's one way to do it. If you've got product that you're selling, I would create a series that helps with the consumption. And we'll use Horseland because they're a fantastic customer, and we've been talking about applying authority content for them for 4 years. And tonight, they finally said they got sign-off. So we're going to create A to Z of horse healthcare. And what we're going to do is show how to look after your horse with product placement of, here's how you apply the saddle, here's the brush that you need for the horse's tail. And it's going to be a community guide that they can give back. It's not a saleable product, it's just something, an open, shareable resource that we can optimize that helps that audience. So it depends a little bit in what type of startup you're in, but every business can apply authority content. I'm a systems guy. This comes from my stock market background, and anything that I do, I always think in terms of a system. How can I capture what it is that I'm doing? How can I document it into a process? And then how can it be delegated down? So from an authority content perspective, we tried to get other people to create the content for clients and things like that. It didn't work. We wanted the client, they only get involved in one step. It's that batching of the content right at the start. After that, everything is a system and a process after that. because their hard work is done. They've captured their ideas, and then systems and processes, and I should get this man a drink ticket. There's a product that we're launching called System Hub. It's been a long time in the making because I'm a systems guy, and we've pretty much just documented a whole lot of processes and procedures within our business, and all the authority content stuff lives in there, but it's set up in a way that it can just be passed down the line. So step 1, record yourself doing a task. Step 2, hand it off to a team member, have a system for creating systems, get them to document the process, and then pass it down the line. And you as the business owner need to be focusing on where you're adding the most value. And your value isn't from watching 3 hours of video and time coding and chopping it up and writing the titles and descriptions and all that sort of thing. So systems pretty much is where it's at. And I think that's where the entrepreneur moves from the solo entrepreneur to being a business owner, something that starts to work without them. That bridge is systems. That's another whole book in itself, which will be coming out as well, probably in about another 5 or 6 years at this rate. But it's, the system for creating systems is where it starts, and check out the systemhub.com. But with that, let's wrap it all up. I'm going to do some final signing up the back. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate all of your good vibes. Thank you. What would make you watch this video all the way through to the end? Everybody's drowning in content. Everybody. As a business owner, you need to create content that engages your audience. It's as simple as that. Give me something helpful, something that answers my question. Now you've got my attention. You need a better way to create a lot of great content in a short period of time. You can't shoot a great video, make a fresh podcast, and write a quality article every day, and run a business at the same time. Trust me, I've tried it. It doesn't work. You know it doesn't work, otherwise you'd be doing it. But there is a way.